I remember that. We're gonna have to go up that damn staircase, aren't we? Is there... So right now, let me tell you. We're using an Uchigatana +3. Is there a sweet boss dex weapon? Staircase or skeleton area? You know, I wonder if I could upgrade the mace and then go to skeleton area instead.
It's something trade with your souls.
Trade your souls. Toasty.
So interesting. I can tell you.
Hold up. Hafu has her own Wendy's meal. It's true. Hafu does have her own Wendy's meal. It's a Baconator.
But perhaps our aid.
And small fry, small Sprite. What would... Oh, that would be so good! Can we go through the Wendy's drive-thru? You know why I'm... Wearing like an Among Us cosplay. You know why I'm here. Baconator. Extra bacon. Small Sprite, small fries. I don't know if that's what they do there, but... I don't know, let's go on the ritual path. So remember, we had skeletons here? I remember this sucked. This sucked, dude. Let's do it. You can only get it through DoorDash? I could get it through DoorDash pickup. And then I could go I could go up to the counter and go Uber Eats order for you know why I'm here. What the heck is even that? It's a human being. No, John Souls. I don't understand the whole pickup thing with those services. So like, all right, that was fun. It sounds busted. The pickup service through Uber Eats and DoorDash is the best service that they offer because they literally don't take a cut. I mean, sometimes the menu prices are inflated on the app, admittedly, but they don't take like a delivery fee or a tip off of the pickup, which is actually nice. So instead of having to like look up the phone number for every individual restaurant like you would have to back in the day, you're supposed to Uchigatana these guys. I'm realizing now. Yep. So just call the restaurant. You sound about 200 years old. I don't mean to be rude, but like, why would you Google the restaurant's phone number, call them, place an order over the phone with your voice, which is prone to like human error on both the talking and the listening, then click through the Uber Eats app where it literally is like, you know, burrito sandwich. That one's for you, Chib. And now that's just rude. You click on the button and it's like, there it is, and then you just go in. Because you're paying extra for just that? No, you're not, some places, yes, you got to do your research on that. But you're also like, you're gonna be the motherfucker. You're gonna phone Wendy's. Ring 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 ring. Nobody's picking up. You know why? Because it's fucking Wendy's. You could just go through the drive-thru. That's true. I can't believe that there are like Zoomers in chat advocating for calling the restaurant. All other things being equal, you would rather call the restaurant? You've lost your mind. Yes, you're 100 years old. You're officially 100. Congratulations. You've lost the license to call anyone a boomer from now on. Okay, go ahead. This isn't saline. This is knowledge. It's two different chemicals. Yeet. That's how I imagine Chib acts when he sends another tweet into the void. I actually think, like, I actually think the apps are sweet. It's just the fact that they take such a huge cut of the delivery that is insane. And also the fact that they treat their employees like, or their contractors like garbage. I am enjoying the discourse, though, of whether you should tip on a pickup order. Because I, for once, have the high ground of self-righteousness, where I can be like, I tip on all my pickup orders. Oh, you don't tip? Really? In the middle of a pandemic, they're in the service industry and you're not tipping? Okay. Go off, I guess. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. I hate that I need 2 weapons to get through here. I think that's dumb. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Dare we go back to the Swamp of Sorrow? No, of course I don't tip cash. Did I woke up this morning, I could have sworn that I was older than my audience by 20 years. Anytime I say anything, people are like, okay, boomer. Now people are like, call up the restaurant and then give them 2 coins in a bucket. Do you think this is the Agora in ancient Rome? Sorry, in ancient Greece? Agora is a Greek thing, my mistake. Dude, we gotta go up this damn staircase, dude. I'm not happy about... No, we can go to the inner ward now. I'm older than you and it sucks. Okay, I can understand that. Uh-oh. So how do you tip then? On the app, when you order, even for pickup, you can choose to add a tip. You can also choose not to add a tip. Hello. You know, it really comes, no one's gonna throw you in jail for it. Like this guy tips his fedora. You okay? We took a portal into Yarnum. This is Yarnum, dude. Like, that fountain is straight out of Yarnum. Oh! Have you seen the thing where you sign up for Uber Eats and then just deliver your own orders, free money? So something about that, Chib, economically, it's like, in my head I can tell there's something wrong with the math there, but I'm just choosing not to follow it down the path that would let me see the mistake, and instead I'm just going to say Poggy. Like, in my head, I'm like, where's the money coming from? But in my heart, I'm like, Pog, dude. That's pretty Pog. This feels suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. It is just called takeout, but the benefit of the app is that it's all on one service. You don't have to, you know, because, I mean, I've been alive for 32 years. You know, when you were like 12, you wanted to order food. First off, there was only one food you can order. It's called pizza. And then you would just open up a huge yellow book, and you'd be like, I don't know. I picked the 3rd restaurant in the book. I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's trash. I don't know how long the pizza's going to take to get here. There's no reviews. That's true. You can get Chinese food as well. Dregling shield. Nowadays, instead of having to look up, you know, in the phone book. Oh no. I don't want to, though. There's a lot of people here. You have one app, and then you go like donk donk, and then you can drive over there and pick it up. You could walk over there if you wanted. Oh, hey, man. Health bars. Hello. To be fair, once you look it up once, it's even easier than using the app. I'm here to tell you, you should, like, I'm not going to say you should use the app. The app is the easiest thing in the world to use. It's like 2 button taps. You're like, give me what I had last Thursday. The problem with the app is not an unease of use. The problem with the app is that, you know, you're like, why am I paying the website administrator 20% of my food order on every single food order? That seems insane. Chad's the kind of people, if they went to the gym, they'd be like hauling around a clipboard. Use my phone to track this stuff. Are you crazy? I got a perfectly good clipboard and a ballpoint pen here. I got a clay tablet and a cuneiform pen. Am I poisoned? I'm not poisoned. I have a green hat on my status bar. I don't know what it means, but I just use a chalkboard. Oh. Blue Eyes Night Gauntlets is the best Yu-Gi-Oh card. I don't order food, I go to the restaurant. Okay, so you go to the restaurant. Like, just walk me through this. You go, I'd like to have this meal. That's no problem. People have been doing it for generations, right? And then what do? The food doesn't come out immediately unless you're going to, like, a fast food establishment. In which case I understand and I agree with you. If you're going to like a real restaurant and you're like, hey, I'll take, some fried lentil curry. Then you gotta wait like 10 to 30 minutes while they cook it, and you're just like standing outside of the restaurant. You drink at the bar? Do you live in Australia? Because otherwise I'm about to be like, or New Zealand, because otherwise I'm about to be like really mad. It's the pandemic. You're like, don't worry, I'll get takeout. Dine in? No, dude, I'll just get a drink at the bar. And then drive home! Are you crazy? It's absurd. Oh. I feel like I've never been more right. Like, this is definitely one where I'm like, I'm insanely right on this one. I'd like to open the door, please. Nice try. Nice try. What? Oh, you got a two-handed. You got a two-handed. Just make food and eat it at home. It's just, chat, you gotta, and I understand that I'm playing a role in this as well. You gotta disabuse yourself the notion of your love of arguing. I didn't even see you, he's so stealthy. So now, your problem is not the app anymore. The problem is ever eating food that you don't make yourself or your mom warms up in the toaster oven. Like now instead of taking on the app, the food delivery service industry, you're taking on the entire restaurant and hospitality industry. Because why? I just want to know. Because I hate society. Maybe... Oh no! You wouldn't hate society so much if you didn't really, like, for no reason cherry pick things to be mad about all the time. You know what I mean? Oh, he killed me in one hit? That's pretty good. Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think being angry is an identity. We're past the age of the angry gamer, which is unfortunate because like I'm from that era. So like let me put it this way. I am only comfortable when I'm the angriest person. As soon as somebody else is angrier than me, I'm like, yo, calm down. You're being a little cringe right now. I'm only comfortable if I'm the person that's like on the edge of the envelope, if that makes sense. But I'm like, dude, really? Like, can you put yourself in my shoes? Like, I'm 32 years old. I'm having an argument in Twitch chat right now about whether restaurants should fucking exist. That's crazy. We both got better things to do with our time. Does this seem like a productive use of the one life that we both have on planet Earth? It's crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna open my own restaurant. I'm gonna call it the Pog Lounge. And you know what? You're gonna be invited. You're actually first meal's free. Because I'm gonna be the change I want to see in the world. But only people that were rude to me. People that were nice have to pay. Sorry, I don't make the rules. That time I was greed. That was greed. Do you have to tip on the free meal? I don't know. I'm undecided. It depends whether I'm serving. I feel like if I'm the owner and I'm serving, then you don't have to tip. But if I have staff, you have to tip. Or maybe not. I don't know. What if I just pay my staff a living wage? Then could you tip me for like being a good owner? Can I get a tip for that? No? That's stupid. I'm gonna pay the minimum wage then. What if you just had like, hear me out here, I got a good restaurant idea, okay? It's a funky restaurant. Like the interior is really cool. Like it's okay, hear it out. It's a theme restaurant like the Rainforest Cafe. But this is where it's gonna get fucked, okay? It's not even gonna have a kitchen. Instead, we're gonna use like Uber Eats and we're gonna order whatever people, they're not gonna know this by the way. We're gonna make a menu that pulls from other restaurants' menus. And then when they order it, we're going to send their order out to Uber Eats. And then Uber Eats will deliver it to us. We'll open the packages and put it on like real plates. Serve it to them. And we'll just charge them like $5 a meal more than what the Uber Eats order was. And then when people are like, why would they pay that? Because it's the only restaurant you can go to that also has an animatronic gorilla. Same reason people go to the Rainforest Cafe. Genius. The wait times, though. I think, but people, they would accept it. Because, like, at the Rainforest Cafe, when you get bad service and the food's not that good, you just go like, yeah, what'd you expect? It's the Rainforest Cafe. It's not like, even if you looked at the Rainforest Cafe reviews on Google and the reviews were like 2 out of 5, you'd be like, yeah, but like I'm not going there because I think it is good. Like I'm going there because I want to be in the restaurant when they do like hoo hoo hoo. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's for kids. Kids have no taste. You can be mad about this sentence, but it's true. You ever notice the popularity of okay, of theme restaurants these days? No, we can't. We have to. We can't just copy one restaurant's menu. You gotta copy multiple restaurants' menus. Otherwise, that one restaurant would probably wise up. You know what I mean? Like, I want the Uber business model, which is do something that's, like, kind of illegal, but then just have it become so popular that local governments have no ability to actually push back on it without losing the support of the electorate. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, wow, to become a taxi driver is, like, really hard, but we got, like, an app and a bunch of people signed up for it, and now, like, well, you're just gonna have a stop? Like, there's so many people that rely on this now. Like, something like that, where it's like, by the time, you know, because bureaucracy is kind of slow, by the time bureaucracy responds to it, like, it's already too late. All the younger generation is already like, we can't live without it. That was a great throw. Backstab. Iframes, baby! You know what? He got me. He got me. You should put gaming stations at every single table. I've said it before, but this happened in Vancouver. Somebody, well, I mean, it's not somebody, like a restaurateur made a gaming bar. And then after they built it, the city was like, oh yeah, you can't actually, like, have video games in there next to the alcohol, because it's, like, seen as, like, I don't know, it's like the same rules that govern playing video games in a commercial establishment also govern, like, casinos and horse racetracks and stuff like that. So, like, you can't mix, like, digital gaming and alcohol without getting a highly specific license that is, like, you know, ridiculous for a private restaurant to get. There is a barcade. There's a barcade in Vancouver right now. So I don't know how, like, maybe they relaxed it eventually, although I know that original restaurant I was talking about went out of business. The barcade in Vancouver is kind of trash. Like, it's a dive bar, which is fine. It's, like, a little skeezy. It can be fun, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not expecting, like, someone would walk in and, like, hand you a smoking jacket and be like, if it pleases, sir, Big Buck Hunter is open, you know? But, like, it's, like, it smells like after hours they smoke in the bar. That's what I'm saying. Just a little, you know what I mean. Just a little disconcerting, I guess. This is strong. I'm gonna rate that foul. Yeah, I'm not talking about salmon. New moon, twilight, new moon grass. Oh, oh no! Please. I like to see the boss. I got an idea. What if you just ran, dude? Can't get me. If you can't get me, you're not gonna get me. Oh wait, they got tiny hallways. I forgot this game has, like, anti-lion strats. I've got a new restaurant or bar idea. One where you can smoke. I'm gonna push back on that one. I mean, like, you know, you can still smoke in bars, like, in Japan. And I don't know about restaurants, but definitely, like, in bars. And, like, it sucks. Like, when you leave, you smell like smoke. And, like, I don't know, you just, like, don't feel... I mean, you don't feel great always when you leave the bar to begin with. But, like, it's a different sort of vibe when you leave one where smoking is allowed. I don't like it. I really thought we could squeeze it. Like, that's one of those things where I'm like, I'm really glad that they, you know, you might take it as anti-freedom, but I'm very glad that by the time I was an adult, they had pretty much sorted out, like, oh yeah, you can't smoke in a restaurant. What are you, insane? Can you imagine you go to like a really fancy restaurant, you pay like, you know, $50 for an entree, and everyone around you smoking? Oh wow, the delicate flavors of lime and yuzu, and the interplay with the Marlboro Red tobacco smell, like. Okay, we're doing it this time. Yeah, I remember. So like originally it was like you couldn't smoke, or you could smoke openly in like any restaurant, including like the coffee shops. So Tim Hortons, people were getting, you know, nicotined out of their gourd. And then like in the late 90s and the early 2000s, they started to like make a weird glass enclosure where all the smokers had to go. And then they were basically just like hotboxing the crap out of... He's so strong. Hotboxing the crap out of that smoker's jail. They still have those in Japan too, which is, again, kind of weird. But I mean, at least they... Oh no! This is doing something. Please, I just want to get one attack in. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Oh no! He threw one at me. And then now they're just like totally gone. And I do, like, I feel bad kind of like because of legislation. Like I'm pretty sure it's just illegal to, it's technically illegal to smoke. Like, cause you're not supposed to smoke within 3 meters of like a doorway. And like if you live in the city, like you're kind of always within 3 meters of a doorway or an air intake valve, or you know what I mean, like a ventilation unit or something like that. So I'm pretty sure like every time you smoke, you're breaking the law, which kind of sucks. But I am also like, maybe like don't smoke. It's not, you know, or smoke like at home or on your balcony or whatever. You know, that's fine. How do you feel about drinking in public? Well, that's where I'm a hypocrite. Because I'm for it. It doesn't impact people the same way. For sure. Like, there's no, like, secondhand alcohol, right? And you don't make other people smell like alcohol. But it is true that drunk people in public are, you know, annoying to be around. Especially if you're not drunk. But it's also like, it's not illegal. I mean, I guess it is illegal to be drunk in public, but you know, it maybe not really enforced that much unless you also did like another crime. But also, like, I don't know, I kind of feel like you should be able to have, like, you know, an open beer on the beach or something like that without being a criminal. This is tough, dude. Public intoxication sandwich. Yeah, it's illegal to have like an open container. In public. In the comfort of your own home. They haven't come for that yet. Sorry, they haven't come for that yet. Not everywhere, and not even in like all parts, if that makes sense. Like some parts of the city are under different ordinances, but certainly like most of Canada, there's open container laws. Nola is very hype. You should watch 90 Day Fiancé then. There's somebody from New Orleans on this year. Seems like a really cool guy. I want you to know I almost tweeted, so I was talking about it yesterday. I almost tweeted TLC to say like, hey, I saw that trailer for your show Unexpected. Based on the way that everybody on the show brags about never using condoms, have you ever considered changing the name to Inevitable instead? But then I looked into it and I was like, it's about like teenage pregnancies. Even though I'm definitely right, it feels like a little classless. You know what I mean? Just feels like it's slightly rude. But I will also say, I'm like, hey, TLC, you don't think it's like a little messed up that you're making a show about like, hey, check out these like 17-year-olds who got pregnant and we're like kind of glorifying the use of them not using prophylactics? It's the kind of, this is not a controversial take, but I guess it's something of a spicy subject, right? Like, it's the way that they talk about not using birth control. Like, instead of being like, yeah, we really should, but we don't, you know, they're like, and then they like look at each other and they go like, well, it's just not as fun. And you're like, well, all right, I mean, that's fine. Like, I mean, I think you're not wrong, but at the same time, like, I just want you to know, anytime there's like, anytime there's like a moment of like sadness where they're like, I'm not sure if we're ready for this baby, I'm gonna be like, yeah, moron. You know, they make like 30-cent barriers that could have solved it. Like, we have a baby. I got like, you know, basically by luck, I have a good job that also allows me to make my own schedule. I'm 32 and my wife's, hold on, I gotta think. You don't want to get this one wrong. My wife's 28. It's still hard. And I got like 10 years of experience. I don't know, like maybe like 15 years of life experience on the people that are on the show. Yeah, I used to default to 10 years. Now I'm realizing I'm kind of older than that. Send it. Wait, that teen had a baby when he was 16? That means my man. It's a good format, okay? I'm just saying, they're like very flippant. I mean, we've all known people like that, I guess, probably in our lives, right? That you're like, you know, oh, you're not like using, you're not doing literally anything to stop pregnancy? What are you going to do if, you know, you guys get pregnant? Not gonna happen. Really? I'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Like, you know, you should be like actually scared, because like is like one of nature's great like catch-22s, right? If you're trying to get pregnant, I think the general rule is something like 50% of people who are trying to get pregnant will get pregnant within 6 months. You know, if they're active. If they're trying to conceive, for example. The flip side, though, is like every time I go to my doctor's office, there's like a thing on a poster on the wall. That's what they're called. And the poster is like the efficacy of common birth control. And condoms, like, based on this poster, they should be illegal to sell. It should be illegal to sell condoms because they don't work. Something like, in the average given year, how many people out of 1,000 will have a pregnancy if they use the condoms 100% the way they're intended? And it's like, if they use it perfectly, it's like 3%. That's a huge number. And most people aren't using them correctly to begin with. If you use it perfectly, at least according to the poster, and I dare not question the poster, but according to the poster, it's a 3% chance in a year. So it's not 97% efficacy. It's probably like 99 point something, but when you have multiple sample size, you know, you got a larger sample size. If you know what I mean. You've convinced me. I'm going to stop using them. Hey, wait a minute. There we go. We've learned the pattern. Bro, Demon Souls. Demon Souls! Really big souls. No, don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, 97% is better than nothing. And considering that they're like, you know, 10 cents each, and you can carry them around with you, like, it's pretty good. But you're also like, I think it gives, oh! Gives you a false sense of security, right? $0.10? It seems about right. Well, when you buy them in bulk like I do, like 2,000 at a time, you know, like a 6-month supply. My man. It's called bulk pricing, sweetheart. I'll see you at the Costco so you won't be lonely. See you at the Costco so you won't be lonely. Anyway. Dude, I was also laughing, like, so there's, like, on the new season of 90 Day Fiancé. I know you're like, please stop talking about it. No. Never. On the new season of 90 Day Fiancé, there's a 27-year-old guy. Did I tell this story? Maybe it was in an Isaac episode. And, you know, his, he proposed marriage to his fiancée after meeting her twice, which is kind of like a hallmark of being on that show. But, you know, maybe they're the exception to the rule, right? Maybe they're the exception that's gonna break the rule. Just one at a time, please, is all I ask. Thank you. Like how he comes out with his hand behind his back like some kind of cursed maitre d'. Anyway. So he's 27. She's 24. They've met in person a few times. He lives with his parents. No problem. You know, especially economically, I think, you know, is kind of closer to the norm than the exception now. But his mom, you know, when you live with your parents, you kind of recognize that that means they're going to ask questions about your life that if you lived alone you wouldn't have to deal with. Even when my mom was here, like, she wasn't asking us questions about, you know, like that aspect of our lives, but, you know, she was asking questions where I was like, man, I forgot, like, when you live not with your mom, you don't have to answer questions like that on the regular. It's kind of more innocuous, but she'd be like, hey, do you ever, like, see that guy that you used to be friends with in 5th grade? And I'm like, not since 6th grade. Anyway, long story short. Can you just... I gotta rush this guy. This requires some focus, but... regardless, okay. So his mom was like to the 27-year-old guy, is she on birth control? And he was like, first off, you're 27 years old. If you could just be like, no or yes, you know? You don't have to be like, mom. Oh, ooh, you're an adult, okay? Your mom, like, she cares about you. Just answer the question. And then he's like, well, she doesn't really like to put harmful chemicals in her body. Later on, they do show her getting trashed, but that's an aside. Okay, just watch out here. And then she goes, well, are you using condoms? And then he goes, the same reaction, goes like, mom, you can't ask that. But he's like, about that. No, not really. And then it's the same thing where, you know, his mom's like, why? and then he's like, they're not as fun. And you're like, bro, you're 27 years old. Like, what are you, 12? Like, what are you talking about? Like, you're actually gonna just have a baby accidentally because you don't want to put like a little piece of polyurethane on your you-know-what. It's insane. He did not say it's not as pog. At least we moved the needle here. Like, you know what's not as fun is waking up at like 6 a.m. or 4 a.m. every day to feed your baby. You know, like, I'm having fun with it. We kind of knew what we were getting into, though. Anyway, long story short. So then, like, so his mom, in my opinion, she probably takes a little bit too far. But, you know, she has a semblance of love for her son. She wants what's best for her son. So his dad is driving them around in like their GMC Sierra or whatever. He's got the boomer sunglasses on. It's a touching moment. His mom, he's in the back seat because he's mentally, you know, again, 12 years old. But his mom calls her doctor and makes an appointment for his fiance to talk to the doctor about getting some birth control. And the man is just sitting in the back seat playing, I kid you not, Nintendo Switch. While his mom's making the appointment, he's in the back seat pogging out on the Nintendo Switch. And I'm just like, dude, I know, like, it sounds like punching down, but you gotta kind of like, you gotta man up a little bit. Don't you feel like sad that your mom is calling the doctor for your fiance and you're just in the back seat gaming? Like, it's just weird, man. I don't know what he was playing, but I was also like, whoa, look at this Chad. He can play video games in the back seat of the car. I'd be getting motion sickness. Thank you, thank you. Anyway, so that's 90 Day Fiancé. I was surprised how many people were like, because I saw on Twitter, you know, there's all these like accounts that are like dedicated to positivity, except when 90 Days on. When 90 Days on, they're like, this person's a moron, I hate him, I hope they die. But what's going on up here? Anyway, what was the fiance doing? She can't make her own appointments? Question mark. Bro, she's in Russia right now. Like, I think she can make her own appointments. It's more like, you know, she doesn't want the birth control. Don't get me wrong. She should be using the birth control, in my opinion. But that's not my, you know. I hate to say it, but it's kind of like up to them. But when they were like, oh, jeez. People online were mad at the mom, which I agree with. It's not her business, but also I was like, man, I'd be like way more mad at the son, I think. But maybe, I don't know. I think it's kind of an everybody sucks here. That's my take on the subject. You know what? That's a good point. You might consider it to be her business if the baby may end up living at her house, and that's true. In my experience, many of the 90-day couples do end up in 3-generation households where it might be, you know, they might be like, we don't really want to like add a baby into our, you know, retirement system right now, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, and I'm gonna need you to, thank you. Anyway, that's my judgmental thoughts on 90 Day Fiancé this season. There's a lot of cast of characters. No, not like this. There's a real cast of characters this year on 90 Day. Walk in the fire. Let's go. Dude, that's Lamasu. Any anti-maskers? No, but I almost like, dude, I got woke last night. I almost went off. I almost tweeted, I don't even know what network The Masked Singer is on. I think it's on ABC. But I almost tweeted them, like, you should fire Jenny McCarthy. Like, you know that you're giving her, like, a job on one of the biggest shows in American television during a pandemic, and she's an anti-vaxxer. Like, how do you reconcile that? Like, you couldn't find anybody else that could do her role on The Masked Singer of wrongly guessing who the singer is? But then I was like, you know, I can just harbor this opinion myself. I don't need to ruin the rest of my, like, lifetime on Twitter to make this point. Even though I know I'm right. What is Jenny McCarthy known for? Except for